And on this beautiful Wednesday, let's start with a nice BFS, like big fat second. Two grand pliés, 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. Demi and stretch, roll through your feet. Port de bras forward and 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the back. Grand plié, 2 and the 3 and the 4, 2 tendus to your second. 2 grands, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, close your fifth. 2 demis and 2 and the 3 and the 4, roll through your feet. Circle the port de bras, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, grand and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Let's roll through in your fifth position. Find your balance there. And that is all it is. Okay, and here we go. Keep your shoulders right on top of your hips, nice and tall and full. And close your first 2 demis and roll through. Relax your feet, relax your ankles. Roll through 5. Port de bras forward and back and 1. Careful not to open your arm too far. Careful there with that elbow. Two tendus and 5. Nice long inhale and 1. Close your fifth. Demi and careful with your back knee. Tight roll through. Circle and roll through your fifth and 5. Roll through your feet in fifth. Good fixed chin. Almost. And relax. Right away. Okay. Yeah, there are no 2 tendus there in the end.
Okay.
Your impeccable symmetry is kind of being upset by that roll through. Here we go, left side please. And while you open your elbows and relax. That was better. Good. Let's go one and the toes and the toes and the toes, heel down, toes up again, flat, close and flat. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and brush in and the 1, 2 and the 3 and the 4, heel, toes, toes, close and flat. Front and the rotate and side and the rotate and back and the rotate and point and the close reverse. Turn your toes, 3 and the 4, heel down, toes up, toes down, close and flat. Ditto to the side and to the front, same that goes through on the down rotation, same thing to the side, to the front, point, close first, or also in first, feel your balance. And here we go. Let's have this one, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Actually, let's have our arm too. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Give yourself 6 more, and 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the plie soutenu at the side. Push down and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6. Quicker. Same thing to the back, to the side. 6 more, plie and soutenu. That's all it is. 1, 1, and the 2, and in. Now 1, and close, side 1. Plie and open, stay and stay close, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Plie and open, stay and stay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Plie, open, stay and stay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Plie, open, plie, open, close on 1. Plie, open, stay and stay, 4, 3. 1, plie, open, stay, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Plie, open, stay, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Plie inside, plie outside, plie inside, plie outside. Or roll through the feet in second now. And that is it. Really try to feel these tendus like a nice strong assemblée. Okay, when you open it, here we go. Plie and open, stay, close, 1, 2. Plie and open, stay, and 1. Plie, open, stay, and plie inside, plie outside, plie inside, plie outside, plie, open, stay. That's it. To the other side, please. And what can I say? 1 and the 2 and the 3, soutenu to the other side. 1 and the 2 and the 3, soutenu to the other side. 1 and the 2 and the 3, soutenu to the other side. 7 and 6 and the 5 and the 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the 1 and the close and the 1 and the 2 and the 3, soutenu. Side and the 2 and the 3, soutenu. front and the 2 and the 3. Soutenu, front and the back and the front and the back and the front and the back and the front, just stay right there. Low brain but high energy. Okay, here we go. And really try to feel that fifth nice and tight. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Try to start and finish your soutenu and plie. Balance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Close and 1. Just push down into the floor. Make sure it's not too fast, and the fifth. Balance 1. And just stay 45 degrees. Feel yourself strong. And relax when you're ready. That's it. Alright. Here we go. To the other side. You're really open to close because it is FF, also known as fairly fast. And here we go. Smooth to do. That's a nice and light. One and the 2 and the 1 and the 2 and the demi-plie and the 1 and the 2 and the demi-plie, 1 and the 5th and the 1 and the 5th and the 1 and the 5th and the passé flat close. 1 and the 2 and the demi-plie and the 1 and the 2 and the demi-plie, 1 and the 5th and the 1 and the 5th and the 1 and plie, passé 5th soutenu. So that passé balance is almost non-existent. First and the 1st and the 5th plie, first and the 1st and the 5th plie, first and the 5th no plie, 3 times passé close. So the closing of the passé is more important than the lifting of it. Three to plie, 6 times 1st, 5th, no plie. Last one closes with plie, so you can pick up your passé from there and close immediately to reverse and go left. Okay, here we go. And 1 and the 2 and plie. 1 and the 2, just 3 of them, not 4. There we go, now 1st, 5th. Plie, passé, and 1. 1st, 5th, 1st, 5th, 1st, 5th. Up and around 1. what can I say? Half point in, full point in, passé, releve, totally forward, half point in, full point in, passé, here's your balance fix, releve, and back, half point in, full point in, passé, releve, to the side and come back, put a bra to the bar. Hold on, yes. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. I'm getting into my counts. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Take your time. And the 6 and the 7 and 8. Wrong. And the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6 and the 7. No. It's 40s. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. The 2 and the 3 and the back. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the side to the bar and the 6. That's more humane. 8 and the 7 and 6 and the 5. 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the 1. Half point and full point and passé, releve. Close fifth, reverse. Half and the full and the passé. Step back, half and the full and passé. Step forward, 1 and the 2 and the 3 to the side. Back to the bar and put a bar away from the bar. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Half and the full and the passé. Into your stretch. So it's a passive balance rond de jambe sandwich.
Alex, was the second port de bras and second towards the bar or away?
The first one is toward. When you reverse, it's going away. So we only have port de bras to the bar and away. We'll have the other ones later. Really nice tight half point, full point passé into your fourth or second. Let yourself fall forward. Close back foot and the one. It's just like a Tony chain, nothing more. And easy back and close to the side. Put a brush in the bar and the 5. here we go. To the other side, please. And let's go rotate and rotate and rotate and rotate. Plie attitude, flex and the point and the close. Rotate and 2 and the 3 and the 4. Plie attitude, flex. Keep it in flex. Then point and the close. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Or 1 and the 2. Plie 3 and the 4. Stay. Last moment point and the close. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Plie flex to the side flex, then point, close your fifth. Flex and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Plie flex front, point. Front and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Plie flex, point. Close, one flex on the jambe. Plie, stay in your balance, flex. Stay right there, we'll go to the left after since it's a little on the long side. So 4 rotations, plie, flex, attitude to the side, then point and close. Side and back, 1 grand rond, 45 degrees from plie to straight and flex. Balance and flex. last moment point before you close. And here we go. Keep it nice and low, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, plie to the side, close, and 1, and 2, right in front of your hip. Try to feel a nice stretch in your calf with all these flexors. 1, point and close, and plie front, back, plie releve, in flex, and 5, and 1. Keep that arm nice and still on the side. Front, plie, releve, just stay right there. And close when you're ready. All right, here we go. Left side, please. And yeah, really flex your foot enough so you can feel that nice long stretch on the inside of your leg and even a stretch in your calves. And here we go. Left side, please. Okay. Choose your battles with your releves. Fondue to the front and fondue to the back. Fondue to the side to passé. Fondue to the back and fondue to the front. Fondue to the side and passé. Up and over back, and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 tendu forward, and 6 and the 7 and the 8. One more tendu, one more 45-degree arabesque. Close fifth, soutenu, other side. Fondue front, fondue back, fondue side into passé, fondue back, fondue front, fondue side into passé. Up and over back with plié, tendu, forward with plié, tendu. Pick up your back foot to the 45-degree arabesque. Close fifth and soutenu to the other side. So out of your tendu, forward, just pick up your back foot. Is that making sense?
So from the second, it just slides down and then the other one goes back for the cumbre?
Yes, correct. It just closes in fifth front and go right into your cumbre back in with demi-plie.
Okay.
Yeah, without much ado. Okay. front and the front, one cheval front, one cheval side, side and the side and the side, one cheval side and one cheval back, back and the 2 and the 3, fifth and fifth, enveloppe, 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 plié, stretch, 1 and 2 and 3, cheval back and the side, 1 and 2 and 3, cheval side and the front, 1 and 2 and 3, cheval front, cheval side, inside, outside, inside, soutenu. Three frappes, 2 chevals. Front, 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 cheval, front, inside. Everything changes fifths. 3 to the side, cheval side and the back. 3 to the back, cheval back and the side. Start with your inside back, the first set. Outside side, enveloppe. Inside front, demi-plié, stretch. Reverse and soutenu. And here we go. Try to strike the floor, nice and short and crisp. And the front and front and front. Cheval front and the side. Side and side and side. Cheval side and back. Careful not to get your knees too high in these chevals. Inside back, outside side, inside front. Plié. And the side. Front and side, change fifth. Inside front, outside side, inside front, soutenu. Change, otherwise you're going to be in trouble. Change to the front, now inside back. There we go. And reverse 2, 3. You're starting inside front this time. And finish. Alright. It's these simple things in life. Let's go simple with port de bras today. Port de bras forward and 2 and 3 and 4. Développé to the front. Up and over back and 2 and 3 and 4. Développé to arabesque. To the bar and 2 and 3 and 4. Développé à la seconde. Brush front this time 45 degrees to the front. Once again, pas de bourrée, soutenu. At the side, super simple. Port de bras forward and développé, up and over back, inside développé back. To the bar, développé, brush front 45, so we stay even. Pas de bourrée and soutenu. Not much to it, but try to relax your shoulders in these balances. And here we go. And hold on to these nice tight fifths when you take your port de bras. Two legs push. And up and over Let's have this one tendu and the 3 dégagés, 2 combattements to the front. One tendu and the 3 dégagés and the 2 combattements to the back. 1 and the 2 and the 1 and 2 and 3, 2 combattements to the side. Front and the back and the front and the back and the front. Let's close fifth to the other side. That's all it wants to be. Tendu, 3 dégagés, 2 combattements. Front, back and side, a couple of clashes. Close fifth and soutenu to the other side. And here we go. Nice and quick and sharp. And 1 and 2 and 3. Give yourself the demi-plié after your 3 dégagés. And the dégagé to plié, so you get a nice push down and let's have a nice stretch before we come to the center. interrupt that Rachmaninoff fantasy. Okay. We did something similar yesterday. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 plié coupé chassé forward. Back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 plié also on the or coupé chassé forward. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. The same thing again, chassé forward. Plié coupé chassé forward. Plié coupé to tomber pas de bruit. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 plié chassé forward. Back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, so whichever foot that your tendus picks up for your coupé chassé forward. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 plié coupé chassé forward. Plié coupé chassé forward. Plié coupé tomber pas de bruit. So try to feel the difference between one and the other. And of course, feel your coupé as a squeezing of your toes rather than the picking up of your knees. Are we good to mark this?
Yeah.
It is demi straightforward. And here we go. Make sure forward is not pushing backward. One. And try to feel the third position symmetrically over the bridge of your nose. Don't keep it too wide open. That's more like it. And one. That was almost too easy. So let's make it a +1 in dégages. So it's exactly the same thing. The only difference is it becomes a single now. Well, a single and a little bit more. An inflationary single. Right, but try to do exactly the same thing that you did before. That's the only thing. And they're all on the or. Everything is exactly the same way. Correct, correct. And then, of course, the last part is going to be very fun. Yes, immediately the other way. You're absolutely correct. It wants to feel a little bit like the patineurs there. Just slide right out of it. And there are no habitual preparations necessary. That's it. It all wants to come from your head, not so much from the effort of your legs or arms. And let's have some dégagés instead of tendus. Are we good to give this a go? We can stop after the first side in case your walls or floors start attacking. Okay, here we go. And that's it. Try to feel it exactly the same way as you did without the top. That's it, right. And one. Correct. And finish. Let's give it a break, you guys. Let's give it a break. That was good. That was good. Now you would do yourself a great favor to already feel your coupe knee pushing sideways when you take your plie. Is that making sense? So already feel that knee squeezing sideways into the direction of where you need to go next, especially when you have the 3Z there in the end, when all of them come from the back. Then your plie actually becomes a preparation for the turn rather than just being a plie before the turn. All right. Are we good to do the other side? We didn't get attacked by any walls or floors, so that's good. Here we go. Be very clear with yourself where you're going next.
Thinking a lot about my knee, opening my knee, and did nothing else.
That looked more like you're looking at the floor because it was attacking you.
Yeah. Let's go 1 and 2 and just for knee, for Jane, knee side to the other side, open arabesque, knee side, a little quarter turn, écarté, a little tiny, quarter turn, open arabesque, relevé, failli pas de bruit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, open 7 and 8, it's a quarter rotation to an écarté back, 5 and 6, plié, relevé, failli pas de bruit. I'm sure we can squeeze it in since it's an adagio. So this is a total on the or affair with that knee pushing sideways and your standing leg reacting to your knee rather than the other way around. Are we good to mark this? Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions, comments, complaints, concerns? Yeah, there's not much in there combination-wise. There is a lot in there, mechanically speaking. Okay. Here we go. Knee first, standing leg second, careful. Knee first. Demi-plie, releve. Try not to drop your leg in your releve. Work with your standing side as well. That is your standing side arm and your waist. I know. And relax. There's nothing wrong with an honest grunt. That's one of these that advocates for changing legs once in a while. Which it doesn't in this case. It's a changing leg appreciation combination. Now it would be very nice in your developer if your foot would always open below your knee and your knee doesn't move. And when you take that little direction change, your knee moves and nothing else. Is that making sort of sense? There, keep it below your knee. Now your knee moves, right. And keep your standing leg, the top of your foot relaxed. So you don't have the little wobble thingy going on, especially when we are having these little rotations. So you actually really have to relax your foot on the bottom. So it provides a nice secure stand. Right, can you feel the difference there?
Except for your toes, right?
Yes, correct, but it's actually above your arch, right where your arch is hinging with,
Yeah.
yeah, with your joint. It's that tendon that likes to get super tight, and now it wobbles sideways.
You're talking about the very top of the ankle.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
We don't have that problem, but especially if you were in point shoes, it would become extremely important to relax that part of your foot. I think there's a little kitten snuggled right in there. And it's purring and sleeping, and you don't want to wake it up with these tendons just popping and getting hard. Is that making sense? So it's a really fine, delicate balance between relaxed down there and everything else is in motion. How recovered are we? Are we good to do this one more time? Let's start one more time on the right, since the right had a little bit of a longer break than the left.
Okay.
And in this case, there is nothing wrong with keeping it a little bit below your maximum height. So parallel to the floor at perfect 90 is completely fine. To just focus on keeping your standing foot stable without wobble. And the other 5,059 things that are packed in there. Okay. Here we go. deserve yourself an extra slice of cheesecake. I know the first part. Chassé forward plié, coupé, temps lié, and the forward plié. Half turn and plié, temps lié, and the one and the plié. 1.5 to fourth. Balancé, balancé, step forward. Yes. Chassé and plié and coupé, temps lié back, and the temps lié, plié, and coupé, temps lié back. Temps lié, plié, coupé to your fourth. Forward and back. Forward and back, and chassé forward, that's what it is. So you have a corner change from en face to croisé. Then you have a half turn. And always temps liés in between. So we're always rocking the baby. 1.5. Forward and back. Chassé forward. Close fifth. Or don't. And you're ready for the other side. Coupé change. Corner. And temps lié back. And temps lié forward. It does not close in fifth. Temps lié. Fourth. Temps lié. Oh no, land fourth. Fourth, you're absolutely correct. Close fifth. Or from that fourth, just go into balancé forward and back and chassé forward. And your front foot comes forward. That's it. How's Jane doing? Okay. Are we good to mark this?
Yeah.
Okay. This is all reliant on that knee going sideways into your en dehors and already feeling it in your demi-plié opening into the turn. Is that making sense? Like what we talked about in our tendus and even somewhat in the adagio. Okay. Okay, are we good to do this?
Yeah.
Here we go. Nice and easy in your neck and shoulders. Squeezy coupés. There was even the appearance of a 1.5 there somewhere, Jane.
That's good.
Yes, it was. All you need to do is shake that head around and don't worry about it, which of course is the most difficult thing in the world. Shake it out and breathe. How about repeating this with passes? Same scheme, same everything. And obviously not dumping our coupes. They are still there. Your toes just have to push a little bit further. When I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. You do not have to attempt to bite into your big toe in your passes. Are we good to try this?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. It's all the same time. Let that knee do all the work. Yep. Yep. Good. And one. So your knee never stops moving. It always goes behind you. And one. And just try not to freak yourself out about it. One. Let it. That's it. And finish. Yeah, Jane, careful that each fourth is the same fourth. You like to close your back foot randomly instead of bringing your heel to where your toes are. Is that making sense from your tendu back?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That might have to do something with the instability on your left side. On your right side, not so much. Super simple. Plier, stretch, plier, changement, and plier, stretch, plier, changement, and plier, stretch, plier. Hold on. Plier, stretch. Plier, tendu, plier, en dedans, close fifth. Plier, stretch, plier, changement. So you have to land and plier and stretch your knees. Plier, stretch, plier, changement. Plier, stretch, plier, tendu, plier, en dedans, close fifth. Oh. Plier coordination. Plier, stretch, plier, jump, stretch. One more time, plier, stretch, plier, jump, stretch. Plier, stretch, plier, tendu, croisé, plier, en dedans. It sounds very simple, but it's not quite as simple to do. So you get the whole 2 changements per side to lick your wounds. Okay. Let's give this a mark. What do you say? Yes. It's a sneaky one. Again, trying to feel your back knee sideways when you plie, and here we go. Relax. All right, almost. Just a little less violence there.
Yeah.
Greg, there is a difference between a changement that only changes fifths and one that lets your legs fly open to this
Okay, all
involuntary
right.
first.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with the involuntary first because that's the beginning of pretty much of any batu up there. But
Yeah.
in this case, try to keep your toes under your axis for the changements, so a tight
Okay.
switch. And you will actually feel a difference in height of the jump because right now your energy goes sideways away from you because your toes are
Okay.
opening instead of going straight up because your toes stay under you. There is a big difference between the two. So that is basically your double tour action instead of your batu action. Is that making sense? So you actually really have to
Yeah.
restrict your toes, not to let them fly open, even though it feels like $1,000,000. I know that much.
Okay.
It feels really nice. And just a little bit more calm in these underdone turns. Yeah, easy. Remember, you're plieing on 1, so technically you can turn until 8. You don't have to turn until 7 and close on 8. Is that making sense?
Oh,
So
okay.
you actually can hold on to that relevé until it's time to plie on 1 again.
Okay.
It'll be good to trying this one more time.
Yeah.
How is Jane of Wichita doing? Okay, here we go. Let's have Jane finish this. We're good. And Gregg start one. Okay, that didn't work. Okay. Let's do the left side definitely one more time for Gregg. Because we lost it there. Here we go. And if you wanted to go once again to the right, of course, I'm not the one to stop you. All right, here we go. Okay.
Okay.
Échappée fifth, assemblée, glissade. Échappée fifth, assemblée, glissade. Échappée fifth, jeté. Temps de cuisse, one more. Temps de cuisse, stretch. Échappée, change. Échappée fifth, back foot, assemblée, back foot, glissade. Échappée fifth, assemblée, glissade. Échappée fifth, jeté. Temps de cuisse. One more temps de cuisse. One more échappée to switch legs. All échappées are to the side.
Alex, I know that glissade changes, but is it from the front to the back?
It goes from the back to the front.
Back to the front.
So I'm just being dyslexic and giving you your glissade after your assembly instead of before your assembly, because I'm mean and nasty and rotten. Third échappé closes and has a jeté without a glissade. That goes into a temps de cuisse followed by another temps de cuisse and one more échappé to switch feet. Is that sequentially kind of making sense? That's it. Échappé fifth again. Jeté this time. Temps de cuisse. One more temps de cuisse. One more échappé. Yes, and close. Yep, there you are on the other side. And you can start over with échappé. Are we good to mark this? Or not yet?
Yeah.
Okay. That's maybe a little bit better. So we can squeeze that échappé in there in the end. Are we good to hear that one more time?
Yeah.
Because I fell over my own feet myself. Are we good to give this a try?
A try.
Okay, that is all we can do. And keep it glissade small despite the speed. You don't have to stop just because Gregg is stopping. Yeah, because I'm compromising on the speed, obviously it's a little slower, so it's taking a little bit more stamina. Yeah, careful not to let these glissades become some monster glissades, just because the music is a little on the slow side. Aha, exactly. Glissade wants to be the lowest of the three, not the highest of the three. And there is nothing wrong with having a little moment in plié before your next échappé. Or we good to try this one on the other side. Yeah, careful, keep your toes under your hips, also for the échappés. And that was a little bit better, yes. How about that stamina there?
How about that?
How about that? Before you get 24 hours to recover from it. Well, 22 and a half.
Okay.
So try, now that we know what it is, try to choose your bottles, try to rely on mechanics more than on muscle strength. Try to breathe at the same time. Let's see if we survive. That is why it is called a dare. Okay, here we go. Economize. Rely more on your toes and fingers than your shoulders and thighs. Good. That's it. Yep, excellent. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too.
And I will be seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.